Blessed be everyone. Hello, welcome to another episode of Black Magic Talk. We were supposed to have Sonia Smith on with us today. However, I think we got our times mixed up again. So I'm just going to go ahead and do something special. It may not be a half hour, but at the very least, I can get, everything going. I will try to get Sonia on as soon as possible. We were just going to do collective readings today. Um, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Now, what I'd like everyone to do is take a few deep breaths in. Good. Take your time. If it does take you a little longer, that's fine. I'd like you all to think of a question that's been burning in the back of your mind. Um, any question you've been thinking of that you would like to have answered today. I'm going to do it's my mini tarot deck there. Um, and we're going to see what we get. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle a little bit, and then I'll let Spirit tell me when exactly they would like me to stop. Okay. Sorry. I had to get that cord out of the way. All right, so Spirit is telling me to stop. All right, so we're going to do 2, 2, and 2, and then a final outcome. I think that's where I'm sort of, being led to do readings like this. So 2 for your past. And if this doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. It doesn't have to resonate with you. Just kind of listen along. Usually when I look for readings, I definitely, stay with the ones that resonate with me, and I don't listen to the ones that don't. So, and I do want to. There's a woman called the Witch and the Sai. Um, I recommend her. She is on YouTube. I do recommend her. She does read somewhat for me. I'm not trying to make the story fit, like she said. It's very similar into what some of her readings will do for me. Okay, so 2 for the past, 2 for the present, and then 2 for the future, and then we have an outcome card. All right, so we got the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So somewhere in your past, for those who this belongs to, you have been a warrior riding into battle and sticking up for those who are less fortunate than you. I'm getting less fortunate. But you have been a warrior, the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is being a warrior, fighting for what you believe in, standing up for those who do not have a voice or less fortunate than yourself. Unfortunately, that is past. Something happened where you were defeated. Um, the Ten of Swords usually means an ending to something. Could mean betrayal. So, but remember the setting of the sun, as if you can see there, the setting of the sun over here. Just remember that on the other side is the rising of the sun. So this is an ending to, fighting the good fight. And you might think that you're fighting the good fight. Unfortunately, that something has betrayed you, or you have changed your thinking patterns, and it is now ending. Something is ending now for you. um it's almost like, because of this change in thinking, you've almost not given up, but you've sort of set the sun on that way of thinking or that way of behaving, or um, something that you felt very passionate about and were ready to up in arms about, that has now come to an end. Maybe there's a new, like I said, someone changed your mind. There's a new thinking pattern there, but it is the setting of the sun. But remember that even if you do change patterns, or there is another path that you are chosen to go to, don't forget that like I said, the setting of the sun is also the rising of the sun on the other side. So whatever is ending um, could have a new beginning. Um, a new wave pattern is about to fall you. I don't know if this could be something with maybe an addiction you had. It could also be something that um, you were fighting very passionate for, or it could be that you were, fighting the good fight. That's what I'm getting here. Fighting the good fight, like you needed to, but something changed. Some kind of a trail happens, and now that is ending. So let that end. That is in the past. And remember, always with endings, there are always new beginnings. So keep that in mind as you move forward. Okay, and for the present, we're going to move on to the present. We have Judgment and the Five of Cups. So some kind of I want to say some kind of like idea or decision is coming up. And for some reason, the Five of Cups is the gentleman who's looking like this, looking at the three knocked over cups, and what he doesn't see are the two cups that are full behind him. So it's almost like there's a decision that has to be made, or an idea that has come in, but you're only seeing one side of it. What I would like you to do in your present, because this is such a big decision, that you should weigh the pros and cons, but don't look always at the cons. So the Five of Cup reminds you to um, remember that there are pros in whatever this decision or this idea is, and remember that you always have things that are there to support you. Whatever this idea or decision is that you're trying to make, remember that there are always people who are willing to listen to the pros and cons, and then also help you make this decision. You need to look behind you, look at those two cups behind you. Remember that if your cup runneth over, right? From the Bible. If your cuppeth runneth over, um, remember that you have things behind you. So always make sure that you turn around and look at your blessings. So this could be an idea of something new in your life. This could be a decision to move. This could be a decision to take that job offer, and you're only looking at what could happen, and not so positive. Remember to remain positive. This is a decision for you. You have guidance behind you. So the two cups behind you are guidance. You can always ask the goddess Hecate, the god Odin, or whoever god or goddess you pray to or call to, excuse me, you call to. Just remember that you do have their guidance as well as your spirit guides. If you believe in angels, I do not, but that doesn't mean you can't. So if your angels are telling you that there is another path, please listen to them. Or, spirit guides are definitely on the way to help. Just make sure that you are listening for their guidance as well as everybody else. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So, whatever the decision is in your life that is, it feels like it's for the better. But remember, there is always guidance, whether you have human guidance or spiritual guidance. Always remember, this is the path you were chosen. This decision was made to be made by you. So take that into consideration the next time you see three cups turned over in front of you. Remember that there's always two behind you that you need to turn around and look for. So, and I definitely think if you have a good friend, you can always ask them. If you don't have a good friend, you can always ask Spirit, and Spirit will guide you. Don't be afraid to ask. That's what I keep hearing or I keep feeling. Don't be afraid to ask. Asking never hurt anybody. Spirit will always be in the mood to help you out. So please don't ever think that you can't you can't get guidance even if you weigh the pros and cons and there's more cons than pros. Excuse me. Always remember that there is someone there who will help you. Help is always within your reach, is what I keep feeling. Okay. So good cards. Don't please don't fret that these cards are bad. Of course they're not. And remember, you can always change the future. So I mean, this is just guidance. This is not really you should go this way or that way. But I definitely think you need to ask for guidance for whatever it's decision you're trying to make, whether that's new career path, or if you are looking for a relocation, or the water is always emotion. So the water in the Five of Cups is the emotional part of you. Remember that again, you always have friends, you always have spirit, and you always have guidance. Follow your gut. I have a hard one with that one, guys. To be honest with you, I really do have a really hard time with guidance. As I always excuse me, I always I'm always looking for that help. Am I doing the right thing? Uh, excuse me. How would it affect my son? How will it affect my family? How would it affect my fiance? Um, all these things, run through your head. Remember that spirit will always be there and follow your gut. You know if this is right for you or not. So be on the lookout for that kind of thing. Okay. So let's move on to the future, or the future you could have. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Wands. So I feel like the Seven of Wands is wands are pointing at the person and the person is ready to strike. This tells me that you are ready for battle. Whatever this decision was in your present, you are ready to take it on. Please don't think that you aren't. You are ready. You are more than ready. Seven of Wands is a passionate person, a fiery person, one who will ride into battle for whatever cause the Knight of Wands is a very passionate person, very bold, very daring. They like to ride in. They may be a little arrogant, but they know the trials and tribulations they've been through. And again, the Seven of Wands, great card. Again, you're ready for anything to strike out at. You are in defensive mode. Make sure that you realize what you're passionate about and go for it. I think I'm sorry, give me 1 second. I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. So like we were talking about, the Knight of Wands, again, a warrior of passion, ready for any battle. Now they do flare up in anger sometimes. That's okay. Anger is a part of human emotions that we all feel, of course. And then the Seven of Wands, like I said, you're ready to strike out should there be a battle. You're in defense mode. It's okay to be cautious about this decision in your present. Okay to be cautious. Even if you've decided that you don't want this thing and it comes back to haunt you, you're still in defense mode. Um, you have to do what's right for you. And if that means being in defense mode for a while, this could be a person that maybe was sort of interested in you and now you're kind of on the defensive. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Remember that you're always meant to be where you are and meant to be who you're meant to be with. I know it was hard for me when I met my soulmate, my fiance. Um, it was really hard for me to accept, his love because not hard at first. I mean, at first it was really hard because, he really wants to care for me and he loves me for just being me. I don't have to be anyone else other than who I am, right? Like the song is, who else could I be but who I am, right? I'm not going to sing it because it'll be copyrighted. But I think there's a lot to be said about this decision that's in your present time. Again, don't be afraid to weigh the pros and cons. Don't be afraid to get advice on that. I mean, you're coming here and we're giving you advice, so to speak. But don't be afraid to go into battle as the horse is rearing up for, the battle and the Knight of Wands. Again, a very fiery, passionate person who likes to be passionate about what he does. And he's a good, he's bold and daring, but yet he's gentle. Um, so there also is action in this because, you're ready, you're rearing back and ready to go for your goals. That could also be a possibility here. But then again, you have the Seven of Wands. Again, you're going to be in defensive mode because you're going to be questioning whether this was right for you or not. Um, go with your gut. Don't be in defensive mode. Just go with your gut. You know you've done the right thing, whatever this decision was that you had back in your present. Whatever that decision was, try not to be too much on the defensive. Okay. But you are ready should you need to strike out. You are ready in that defensive stance. And of course, wands are being pointed at you. So if other people have discriminately decided that you shouldn't have done this or shouldn't have done that, try to not be so defensive. Try to you don't have to explain yourself because it's really no one's business but yours. um, just kindly remind them that this is your decision to make, not theirs. And if there is any ridicule or any judgment on their part, just let them be. People will be people, and not everyone agrees with everybody else. We're all individuals. We all have to make our own decisions. And sometimes people can make us feel bad for our decisions. Try to just, I mean, it's just chatter. It's just chatter, guys. Just remember that it is just chatter. Okay, let them chat. So I mean, it's a good card here for the outcome. It is the Page of Swords. You can see that. Page of Swords. So your outcome is, don't be too naive, but be ready for anything that comes your way, whether that be good or bad. Remember to thank whoever helped you make this decision. Remember to thank them, whether that was spirit or it was a human best friend of yours. Make sure that you give a little back, but try not to be naive that that if the good comes with the bad. I keep feeling the good comes with the bad. So this is a young man. He could be ready for battle. He could be just standing there waiting for one. So just with the future, the possible future that you could have, you're in defense mode. But also try not to be a little naive that try not to go back on your words. Your word is bond. Remember that. And also remember that in times of peace, there can always be that threat of war, but that doesn't mean you are called to arms. I hope that makes sense. It didn't make sense to me, but it's coming faster and faster. So you're being called to arms, but try not to lash out. Okay. So you just try not to be naive about things. Go into it with a fresh eyes, but try not to be a doormat. So if this was like a decision for a new relationship, remember that you have your standards and your morals. You know what is needed in a relationship for you. Try not to back down on that. But don't go in and just be a doormat because you just want a relationship, if that makes sense. Same with the career. The career you love to do it, but unfortunately, it's not compensating you enough. So you want to rethink. Be in the defense mode that people are not going to like you hopping from job to job, but at least it's something that you like to do and it pays well. So that's why I'm saying try not to be so naive when going into these decisions. But also, you are ready during war and peace times. So, like I said, there's a young man here who's just kind of standing there with a sword in his hand, looking around. Um, is he looking for a battle? Is he looking for peace? What is he doing? Um, so what exactly is it that you're looking for? But once you find it, try not to be combative, but also try to be kind of neutralized, as in you are looking for something that you need in your life, such as a new career. Of course, we all want that financial, compensation for it. But again, don't be a doormat. Don't take on long hours and very little compensation if you can avoid it. Um, but also, be on guard because there's going to be people in your way who want to get on top, and they'll do any means to get on top. Um, so here again, we're trying to say, don't be a doormat to people who would take advantage of your kindness, because you are a very kind person, very loving person. Um, but you may be a little naive going into that, whatever the decision you were trying to make, or a situation that you made for yourself. Just, go into it with, um, you've done your research, you've done your what you needed to do. Just make sure that you're going in there with fresh eyes, but then also make sure that you are, if there is anyone ready to, excuse me, take advantage of you, you are ready to strike out. Okay. So that's basically a great reading, I think. Just be on the lookout for people who will take advantage of you. Remember that you always have people behind you in a support system if you need advice. So that is the moral of this reading, is don't be afraid to ask, because you have this big decision for a reason. It was made for a reason. So be prepared. Um, be prepared for that. Yeah, great reading, guys. For everyone who this resonated with, excuse me. I hope that gave you some clarity. If you do have any questions, feel free to DM me. My links are in the description field. And again, I'm sorry we couldn't have Sonia Smith on, but we got our times mixed up again. My fault. I always think they're like 5 hours ahead of me, and they're not. Because the time changed here, so it's actually 4 hours. But she will be on soon. I promise we will get her on again soon. Um, I'm going to go ahead and put my cards away here while I talk. Also, we have some great things coming up within the next couple of weeks. Actually, within the next couple of days. So today is the 27th of March. Of course, everyone knows it's St. Patrick's Day. Um, I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day because, I mean, I am sort of Irish, but I mean, I don't like what St. Patrick did. So I don't really celebrate in that essence. I just, celebrate us witches, and hopefully all of us witches, I hope you're all in good health. And I ask the goddess Hecate to please bless you with many blessings and always come through. Like I said, trust your gut, guys. If something doesn't feel right to you, let it go, because it's not meant to be with you. Always, 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 always trust your gut, because you're going to get into a situation. If you don't follow your gut, you're going to get into a situation where you don't want to be in, and it isn't right for you, and you feel it and you know it, and now you wasted all that time trying to get that situation to mold to your way of life, and it wasn't right for you in the beginning. So make sure that you're always, always, always following your gut, no matter what. um I just want to pull one more card. The Queen of Cups. Yeah. Always trust your guts. Okay. Follow your heart. The Queen of Cups is about emotion. She's an emotional lady who follows her heart. Follow yours. Your heart will always lead you in the right direction, as will your gut. um, we always say that, emotions just get in the way. They don't. Um, your emotions are part of you. They're a part of all of us, the collective. Always remember that you are wonderful, you are beautiful, and you will always make the right decisions if you ask for guidance. Please, please, please always ask for guidance. Never feel like you're ever alone, because you never are. There are always the collective with you, and there's always spirit with you. All you have to do is reach out and touch them. Okay. Um, so a little housekeeping here. Just want to let you guys know that in a couple of days, I will be doing a Ostara reading. So, whatever my teacher, thank you, Sandra, whatever my teacher had written down for me, not written down, but she typed it out and I printed it out. I'd like to thank her. I'm going to read it read it aloud, and you are more than welcome to follow along. Just like I said, I have these things for a reason, where Ostara, I will read the words and you can follow along and do your rituals. Not a problem. If you don't have what is on the paper, don't panic. It's all right. You don't need these tools, but these tools are all optional for you. But it is to help you, that maybe you don't know the words to say, or you don't know where to start when it comes to Ostara and the ritual that we could do. No worries. I will say the words and you can do the actions. Like I said, I did this for Yule. I also did this for Imbolc, and I'm going to do it for Ostara. And then also Midsummer, Beltane, Midsummer, and we're also going to do it for Mabon and Samhain. So panic not. You always have words. I will say them and you can do the actions, whether you meditate or however you raise your vibrations. Make sure that you're always, always, always visiting my page. Again, the description field will have my X on it, or Twitter. You can always, always DM me and ask questions. If you like this reading and you would like to have more like them, please follow me on X, or follow me excuse me, on YouTube or Rumble, wherever you are listening to this and watching this. Um, Follow me there. And if you have any comments you'd like to leave down in the comment section, hey, the more the merrier. If you like this and it resonated with you, and excuse me, and it also helped you out, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share, so that we can get more people out there who also like this kind of stuff. And if you would like to follow me on Twitter, you would like to DM me for a personal reading, I can give you all my information, how much I would charge, and whatnot. You can do that. And again, if this resonated with you, hopefully I'll see you back here for another reading like this, and we'll learn together. I would like to say to all my fans out there, thank you so much for supporting us, even through these trying times of, Matt walking away. For now, I wish him all the success, and I hope this book is a bestseller. If it's number one, I'm gonna be like, yes, I'll be screaming and so happy. Um, so I do hope that Matt, has success in his life. I hope you all have success in your life. And always remember that God and Goddess are there for you no matter what. Blessed be everyone. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here in a couple of days for an Ostara reading. Blessed be. Bye, guys. Blessed be everyone. Hello. I just want to let everyone know that the outro music is AI generated. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. And also, if you would like to generate your own AI, the link in the description field will be for their website. Blessed be everyone.
In the woods where the whispers run deep, underneath the moon, where secrets we keep, she dances in the shadow with the silver tide. Candles flicker soft, guiding light as a guide. Her altar's filled with herbs and old charms, lost in ancient spells, safe in her arms. Stars weave a tapestry across the black sky, with a chalice raised high, she lets out a sigh. With her sacred circle drawn tight, calling to the spirits in the quiet of the night. Her magic's in the earth, the wind and the seas. She whispers ancient words, swaying like the trees. In a grove of oaks, where the world stands still, she gathers her strength with every Sabbath thrill. The moon's tender gaze, casting shadows cold, the stories of her craft in the twilight retold. The broom by her doorstep, sweeping away all the dark shadows of yesterday. With the cauldron bubbling, herbs to the air, every spell she casts is a heartfelt prayer. With her sacred circle drawn tight, calling to the spirits in the quiet of the night.